Dolly night, and it is my job, come on, Abby, to guide you to quilt with confidence. If you are new around here, oh, there goes the cat dog. Cat dog is going to sit up there. If you are new around here, welcome. If you are tuning in with me live or on the replay, say hi in the chat or in the comments, and I am going to get us pulled up. Javi, don't sit on my quilt. You can sit on the table. You cannot sit on the quilt. I'm going to get us pulled up over here on my laptop so that I can see your comments as I'm live. This is just a spontaneous live. Wanted to jump on with y'all. We are in the final 2 days of Free Motion Quilting Academy enrollment, and I wanted to make sure that we got some time together in case you have any questions that I can answer, okay? All right, so as you can see, I have my Astra quilt here. Let me get my shoe off. I'm not very good at quilting with a shoe on. And I'm going to adjust this slightly so that my head is not cut off the whole time, because it will be so annoying if I'm like slouching the whole time to try to talk to y'all. Okay. There we go. Alicia! Oh my gosh, we miss you. Alicia, do you know that the Halloween fabric is here? It is calling to you. It needs you to come pet it, just so you know. And just in case you had not caught that memo yet. Now, right out of the gate, I'm actually going to be breaking thread, so I just put my gloves on for nothing. We are going to be working on this Astra quilt together and just answering some questions about Free Motion Quilting Academy. We're in the final 2 days of enrollment. I'm going to guess that a whole lot of you, well, that was a lot shorter than I'd hoped to cut that thread tail. I'm going to guess that a whole lot of you, yay, you're coming tomorrow. I'm so glad. Are familiar with Free Motion Quilting Academy because you watched the Quilting Plan Challenge last week. But if you didn't, I am going to give you just a little bit of an overview. I want to give you the scoop. So Free Motion Quilting Academy is my signature 12-week online program designed to guide you from being a nervous beginner free motion quilter to a confident intermediate free motion quilter. All of the lessons in Free Motion Quilting Academy are professionally pre-recorded, and they drip out over 12 weeks. We have a new unit that comes out approximately every other week. We do Q&As inside the private Facebook group every week so that you always have access to me to get your questions answered. And then once those lessons are released, you have a lifetime access to the lessons and to the private Facebook group. So it is pretty darn awesome. We have about 2,200 students who have already gone through Free Motion Quilting Academy or who are working through it. And this cohort that we are enrolling right now, it is our final cohort for 2022. It is also the 10th cohort of Free Motion Quilting Academy, and we already have about 235 students in this class. So we are just really, really, really excited about it. But enrollment closes tomorrow. So I am here to hang out for 20 minutes or so. I'm going to work on this quilt, and I want to answer any questions that y'all may have about Free Motion Quilting Academy, because I want you to be able to make a really confident choice about knowing that this is the right program for you, because I want you to be able to free motion quilt your quilts with confidence, okay? Now, I will say, if you're watching me live, there is a chance we could get interrupted. I'm at the shop right now, and the shop is open. So if someone comes in, I will have to jump up and help them. The other really hilarious thing that is happening is we have a piano outside our shop. It is an art installation that was gifted to us by the Duluth Fine Arts League. And we love our piano, and our piano is very cranky about all the rain that we've been having. So we've been having issues, with stuck keys and things like that. Pianos, aren't really designed to live outside. So we know that we will not have this piano forever. All right, what is going on here? Oh, maybe I'm tugging on the wrong thread. Hang on. We know we will not have this piano forever, but we're trying to take good care of it while we do have it. And so Mayor Nancy had asked me if there was a way for us to move the piano inside for a couple of days so it could kind of dry out in a climate-controlled environment. But this piano weighs about 500 pounds, and as you can imagine, I'm not capable of carrying it by myself. So I told myself, I was like, next time Mike comes by, I'm going to see if he needs a project. And Mike lives here near downtown Duluth, and he and his wife, Kay, are in the Duluth Fine Arts League as well. And so Mike came by today. I said, Mike, I've got a problem. I was like, I need to be able to roll this piano into my shop. And I was like, do you need a project? Can you build a little dolly for me to do this? And he goes, oh yeah, I can work on that. So Mike goes to Home Depot And, and I was thinking, like, if I asked him to do this, that it would, be a couple of weeks before something really happened. No, no, no. Mike came back about 30 minutes ago. He has gone to Piano Works. He has special piano dolly wheel things from Piano Works, and the Piano Works guys are coming to install them on the piano. So at some point, I may need to step out and assist with that. But I texted John. I was like, "Let me tell you what." I was like, "Mike was my guy. Like Mike was the person to ask for help on this because Mike is on it." So here we are, and it's just cracking me right up. All right, so I'm just doing some feathers here. Alicia, what have you been up to, my dear? And anyone else who has joined us, please say hi in the chat. I would love to be able to greet you. I've got these little half feathers that I'm doing in these kind of setting triangles. And then we will actually start on the last block of this Aster quilt. I'm very excited to have this quilt quilted. As one block left, and then I have to actually decide what the heck I'm doing for the sashing and the setting stones, which I have some ideas that I've drawn out. I'm thinking about some feather rosettes, but one thing at a time. Rian, how are you? It's so good to see you. Y'all, I missed you. We spent like the whole first couple of weeks of the month together. And then I've ghosted us all this week. My goodness. COVID is a word I'm not going to say on live video, but y'all can fill in the blank as you desire, depending on your feelings about COVID. But we are on the mend, happily here in the shop this weekend, and it feels so good. It feels so good. Darcy and I are masked this weekend, so if you prefer to mask when you come in, we totally understand. Darcy's not here at the moment. That's why I'm not masked. She had to take Ed to an appointment, her husband, and I was like, perfect, I'll go live while you're not here so I don't breathe on you. Let's see, almost finished with your Aster quilt top. Alicia, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. I figured you'd kept busy. Just in time to figure out what you're going to do with this Halloween fabric. I'm not like shamelessly plugging the Halloween fabric or anything. Rian says, getting some frame quilting practice. I need to embroider t-shirts for Brian's first day of school. Oh my gosh, how old is Brian? Or is Brian like your spouse and has a class? Tell me more. Tell me more. What shirts are we embroidering? What's the plan? What grade are we talking about? My kids are back in school this week. They have been all week, which is wonderful. They were losing their ever-loving minds being home all of last week, which of course they had to be. You already know what you're doing with the fabric. All three. Rian, stupid, is so sweet. Such a little baby. I love it so much. Alicia, what are you doing with the fabric? That is adorable that you are making shirts, Rian. I love it. So funny. We had a customer in earlier who apparently went to a different shop recently, and that shop owner's nieces or granddaughters or somebody were there and seemed to be showing some interesting quilting but hadn't been taught how yet, and made a comment about, well, she just really needs to teach her nieces. And I had to be like, you know what? As a shop owner with kids who would probably like to learn to sew, it is just so hard to find the time to teach my own kids. And, but I probably could at least sew a few more things for them. I think they're probably about due for new quilts from me because it has been a few years, and I will give them great credit. They went through a phase where they were less into quilts, and they have circled back around. Thank goodness. They worried me for a minute. Let's see. First day of preschool, doing construction vehicles on shirt, all thanks to Kate. Yes and amen. I love everything about this plan. I love it. Alicia's doing a camera bag for Olivia and modifying. I love it. Renee! Oh, yeah, that's going to be really gorgeous. Darcy is going to cut some either today or tomorrow that she's going to make little project bags. So we have these here. I'll grab one and show y'all. I believe the pattern is by, let's see, it's on here. I can look. Can do patterns, and they're little like project bags. So Darcy likes to use them for knitting. Look how cute they are. And they've got little pockets on the inside and their drawstring. They would also, there's a couple of sizes. These would also be perfect. Like if you've got a dancer to keep dance shoes in. I think this size would make a really cute purse because you could just like put it right on your wrist, carry it as a little bag. So Darcy is going to be making some of these in that fabric too. And we're going to have them for Fall Festival here in Duluth because Fall Festival is coming fast. And we will have a booth as well as the shop. So we need lots of things. But we're going to be selling finished goods in our booth. And then, of course, we'll have fabric and everything here in the shop. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. I know. Isn't it just the darlingest thing? So Kandou, I think is how you spell it. Can do patterns. And it is just perfect for, you know, tucking a knitting project in, an English paper piecing project, any of those things. Can y'all see? This is Havana right here. How hilarious is that? Javi, you're a weird one. You're a weird one, doggo. So yeah, we're going to be making some of those. Might need to make some tote bags or something too. It's just, oh, the fabric is so good. So good. Olivia's going to lose her mind, Alicia. Just trust me. You might need more than one project in this fabric. It's just so good. And then I've been thinking about, actually, you know what? I'll grab this too. Show and tell. We love show and tell. So y'all may have seen, I was in American Patchwork and Quilting this month. Casual flex. I say that like I feel casually about it. I do not feel casually about it. I am still in awe about it. But so yeah, so I was in American Patchwork and Quilting. Where am I? I'm in here somewhere. There I am. Ta-da! But we're going to be getting copies of this October issue in, and it's got some really cute little projects towards the back. Let's see, where were the ones that really stood out to me? There were some like little single block minis. Of course, I'm not going to be able to find them now that I'm trying to find them to show to y'all. Here's one. This cute little like mini pattern, and I want to make some of these to hang in the shop out of that fabric because it's so good. Like, and I'm like, I just want to show it off. Like, it's just so dang cute. Maybe make some little pillows. I think there was a pillow pattern in here somewhere. There was this spooktacular little table runner wall hanging situation. So I'll keep y'all posted on that and how those turn out because we will have copies of that available. It's available for pre-order on the website right now. And yes, mini blocks for a patchwork bag. I mean, it would make a great Astra quilt. I'm just saying. Anyway, I digress. Mike is still out there waiting for the piano works, guys. What a hero. All right. So, rock stars, we have 2 days left to enroll in Free Motion Quilting Academy. I know some of y'all here have already enrolled. 3 cheers for my rock stars who have already signed up for the Academy. Some of y'all are graduates. If you are a graduate of Free Motion Quilting Academy, will you jump in the chat and just share with us some of your favorite things about the class? I know that especially if folks have not taken a guided online class before, it can feel a little overwhelming. I know this can really feel like an investment and a commitment. And in many ways it is, and yet also in many ways it is so accessible. You know, the cost is, only that of sending a couple of quilts to the long armor. And you have lifetime access to the class. So once you're in, you're in. So while on the one hand, it is a very comprehensive course, it is also going to be one of the most user-friendly and accessible courses available. So for those who maybe are a wee bit nervous, can y'all share what you loved about the Academy? To encourage your fellow rock stars to take that plunge and actually start making those free motion quilting dreams come true, you know? All right, let's see. Hey, Frank, how to thread and operate black vintage sewing machines. I do not have, this one behind me, the 22. Maybe at some point I will do that, Frank. I'm not going to do it today because I don't use that machine very much. But if you go check out the sewing doc, then you can learn a lot from Andy, and she has a lot of resources about vintage sewing machines. So I would recommend checking out her stuff. Yep. I forget that I have the 22 in the shop because I don't use it very often. All right, so right now I'm just doing a little bit of ruler work in the center of this block. Back and forth, back and forth. Notice for these straight lines, I'm making sure I'm working to and from, like toward and away from myself, because that's the natural movement of our arms. It's going to make it a lot easier to stay stable, keep it level. I can also see more of the line at a time to make sure that everything is staying nice and level. Take a couple of stitches back. I'm using the guidelines on my ruler. Hey, Sid! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to have you in the class. And we'll get your kit out ASAP. I've got more shipments of batting and needles and gloves arriving today and tomorrow. So we are getting kits put together as quickly as we can, as quick as supplies are coming in, and as we can get fat quarter bundles cut. Just thrilling, absolutely thrilling. Rianne says it goes over 30 motifs. If you want to use less familiar motifs, you can go back and revisit. Doodling is life and makes it so you get your muscle memory because paper is cheaper than fabric. I agree, Rianne. We put a big emphasis on that in Free Motion Quilting Academy. Oh, here's the big box truck. Oh, there are people at my door. All right, my dears, I am going to go ahead and wrap us up because I suspect I'm going to be needed for this piano situation. And there do seem to be people coming around that might be coming in. But thank you so much for joining me. It has been absolutely amazing. Brienne says, even the hard stuff hack makes look easy and you can do it. Watch at 3 a.m. or whenever you have free time. The only way I could have learned. I love it. And Alicia, I'm so excited to have you in the Academy. Yay. If you have further questions about the Academy, make sure you check out the end of the Tension Without Tension videos from last week. I go over a lot of information in there, and also feel free to leave comments here and I'll get them answered as soon as I can. See you, rock stars.